Hey garden fam, welcome back to The Sprout. Today, we're talking about one of the most fragrant and underrated shrubs you can grow, mock orange. You might know it as Philadelphus. It's often called false jasmine because its white, four-petaled flowers look like jasmine and smell even stronger. But here's the best part. Mock orange is much easier to grow than true jasmine. It's cold-hardy, drought-tolerant once established, and practically disease-free. And that fragrance. On a warm spring evening, a single mock orange bush can perfume your entire yard. But here's the thing. Mock orange has one critical requirement: pruning. If you don't prune it correctly, it becomes a tangled, woody mess that barely flowers. If you prune it at the wrong time, you cut off next year's blooms. But if you prune it right after flowering, it rewards you with vigorous growth and masses of fragrant flowers every single year. Before we dive in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We put out new gardening videos every week, and I don't want you to miss the next one. Also, drop a comment below. Do you grow mock orange? Do you love the fragrance? I'd love to hear about it. Now, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what mock orange is. Philadelphus is a genus of about 60 species of deciduous shrubs native to North America, Central America, Europe, and Asia. The name mock orange comes from the flower's resemblance to orange blossoms. The fragrance is sweet, citrusy, and intoxicating. Some varieties smell like jasmine, others have hints of pineapple or vanilla. The flowers are white, usually with 4 petals, and they appear in late spring to early June. The leaves are green, oval, and slightly serrated. Mock orange can grow 6 to 12 feet tall and wide depending on the variety. There are also compact varieties for smaller gardens. Now let's talk about popular varieties. Philadelphus Belle Étoile has single white flowers with a purple blotch in the center. It's very fragrant and grows about 5 to 6 feet tall. Minnesota Snowflake has double white flowers that look like little roses. It's very cold-hardy and grows 6 to 8 feet tall. Orris has golden yellow leaves in spring, turning green in summer, and single white flowers. It's beautiful even when not blooming. Blizzard is a compact variety, growing only 3 to 4 feet tall. It's perfect for smaller gardens and containers. Snowbell is another compact variety with double flowers. It stays about 3 to 4 feet tall. Buckley's quill has unusual narrow petals that look like quills. It's very unique. Now let's start with sun requirements. Mock orange blooms best in full sun. It needs at least 6 hours of direct sunlight every day. In too much shade, it will still grow, but you'll get fewer flowers. The plant will get leggy, stretching toward the light. For the most flowers and the densest growth, give it full sun. Now let's talk about soil. Mock orange is not picky. It grows in almost any well-draining soil. It tolerates clay, sand, loam, and even rocky soil. It prefers a pH between 6.0 and 7.5, neutral to slightly acidic. It does not like wet, soggy feet. Good drainage is important. If you have heavy clay, amend it with compost or sand. Now let's talk about planting. The best time to plant mock orange is spring or early fall. Spring planting gives the roots time to establish before summer heat. Dig a hole twice as wide as the root ball, but no deeper. The root ball should be level with the soil surface. Backfill with soil, water thoroughly, and mulch. Space plants according to their mature size. Large varieties need 6 to 8 feet between plants. Compact varieties need 3 to 4 feet. Now let's talk about watering. Water regularly during the first year to help the roots establish. After that, mock orange is quite drought-tolerant. Water deeply once a week during extended dry spells. Established plants can go weeks without supplemental water. Do not overwater. Mock orange does not like wet feet. Now let's talk about fertilizing. Mock orange does not need much fertilizer. Too much fertilizer, especially too much nitrogen, will give you lots of leaves and few flowers. In early spring, apply a thin layer of compost around the base of the plant. That's usually enough. If your soil is very poor, use a balanced, slow-release fertilizer once in spring. Do not fertilize after midsummer. Now let's talk about pruning. This is the most important part of mock orange care. Mock orange blooms on old wood. That means the flower buds for next spring are formed on the previous year's growth. If you prune in fall, winter, or early spring, you will cut off next year's flowers. So when should you prune? The best time is immediately after the flowers fade, in late spring or early summer. You have a window of about 2 to 3 weeks. Here's how to prune. First, remove any dead, damaged, or diseased branches at any time. Second, remove the oldest, thickest canes. Cut them all the way to the ground. Remove about 1/3 of the oldest canes each year. This rejuvenates the plant and keeps it from becoming a woody mess. Third, cut back the stems that just flowered. Prune them back to a strong new shoot or bud. This encourages branching and more flowers next year. Fourth, shape the plant lightly. Remove any branches that are crossing or rubbing. For older, neglected plants, you can do a hard renovation prune in early spring. Cut the entire plant back to 6 to 12 inches from the ground. You'll lose that year's flowers, but the plant will bounce back with fresh growth. Then follow the rivular pruning routine in following years. Now let's talk about common problems. Let's go through them one by one. Problem 1. No flowers or very few flowers. This is almost always because you're pruning at the wrong time. Mock orange blooms on old wood. Prune only right after flowering. Also, too much shade reduces flowering. Problem 2. Tangled, woody mess with flowers only at the tips. Lack of rejuvenation pruning. Remove the oldest canes to the ground every year. Problem 3. Yellow leaves. Overwatering or poor drainage. Let the soil dry out. Improve drainage. Problem 4. Powdery mildew. White powder on leaves. This can happen in humid weather with poor air circulation. Mock orange is generally resistant, but it can get it. Space plants properly, water at the base, remove affected leaves. Problem 5. Leaf spot. Brown spots on leaves. Remove affected leaves. Improve air circulation. Don't compost infected leaves. Problem 6. Aphids. Small insects on new growth. Spray them off with water. Use insecticidal soap for heavy infestations. Here's where you come in. Drop a comment below. Do you grow mock orange? Do you prune it right after flowering? What's your favorite variety? I'd love to know. Now let's talk about mock orange as a hedge. Mock orange makes a beautiful, fragrant hedge. Plant large varieties 6 to 8 feet apart for a loose, natural hedge. For a denser hedge, plant 4 to 5 feet apart. Prune right after flowering to maintain shape. Do not use hedge shears. Prune selectively, removing old canes to the ground and cutting back flowering stems. A mock orange hedge in bloom is unforgettable. The fragrance alone is worth it. Now let's talk about mock orange in containers. Compact varieties like Blizzard and Snowbell are perfect for containers. Choose a pot at least 16 inches wide with drainage holes. Use good quality potting mix. Water regularly, containers dry out faster than garden soil. Fertilize lightly in spring. Prune right after flowering to keep the plant compact. In cold climates, protect the pot in winter or move it to an unheated garage. Now let's talk about the fragrance. This is why we grow mock orange. The scent is strongest in the evening. On a warm spring night, sit near your mock orange and just breathe. The fragrance is sweet, citrusy, and romantic. Some people say it smells like jasmine, others say it smells like gardenia. A few varieties have hints of pineapple or vanilla. If you want fragrance in your garden, mock orange is a must. Let me give you a few quick answers to common questions. How fast does mock orange grow? Fast, 2 to 3 feet per year in good conditions. How long does mock orange live? With good pruning, many decades. When is the best time to plant? Spring or early fall. Can I cut mock orange to the ground? Yes, in early spring for renovation. You'll lose flowers for 1 year, but the plant will recover. Is mock orange deer resistant? Yes, deer generally avoid it. Why are my mock orange leaves turning yellow in summer? Could be normal fall color. Some varieties turn yellow early. If it's midsummer and the whole plant is yellow, check for overwatering. Let's wrap everything up. Mock orange is one of the most fragrant and easy care shrubs you can grow. Give it full sun for the most flowers. Plant in well-draining soil. Water regularly during the first year, then only during dry spells. Don't over-fertilize. The most important thing, prune right after flowering, not in fall or spring. Remove old canes to the ground. Cut back flowering stems. This keeps the plant healthy and blooming. Here's the most important thing to remember. Mock orange rewards correct pruning. Prune it right after the flowers fade, and it will reward you with vigorous growth and masses of fragrant flowers every year. Ignore pruning, and it becomes a woody mess. It's that simple. Give it sun, give it good drainage, and give it that post-bloom haircut. Your nose will thank you. Before you go, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Are you going to plant mock orange? What's your favorite fragrant shrub? I'd love to know. Also, what shrub should I cover next? Lilac? Viburnum? Ninebark? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care of your garden, and it will take care of you. See you in the next video.